everyone. This is Donna's Happy Hour. Just a reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you get future notifications of the videos. And please leave a comment. Thank you. Have a great day. Now, I will say that I know that you've been working on a CD, so he's been hitting the studio.
Yeah. So I ended up writing some funk and jazz music. I have a lot of influences from the jazz fusion of the 70s, that type of sound. I'm a big fan of Chick Corea.
Okay, and, yeah, good choice.
Yeah, and Miles Davis, and a lot of these jazz artists that kind of took in the 70s the rock route of introducing jazz harmony with rock music and upbeat and different kind of rhythms. So I started writing stuff similar to that because it's very different, and it's not necessarily going for it's not going for a certain idea. It's very just accepting of what it is.
What it is. Well, you know, it's one of the things, especially with jazz, is you have to feel it.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously somebody that winds up becoming a jazz musician is feeling it. You know, I don't think you're going to be able to fake that one too much. You know,
it's very tough to fake your way through it. At some point, you kind of you study scales, or even if you're not trained or anything, you look at scales that can be used and applied over certain chords. So when you're in a musical setting and those chords come up, you know what devices to use to outline the harmony there.
The harmony, right.
So when you start using that and you have an understanding of how harmony works and melody and then also rhythm, those three aspects come together, and that's what we call music. So a lot of it, it's feeling. It's kind of just going with your instincts as well. So it's applying those tools of your instincts as well as your knowledge.
Right. And as you said, you know, when you look back at other artists that inspired you, you know, you take that as also part of your learning tool, part of your what you create. You know, whether you're trying to or not, it's there. You know, I am actually in the midst of reading a book by Carlos Santana.
Oh, no way.
And yes, oh my gosh, you need to read this book then.
What's the name of it?
You're going to ask me that, aren't you? I don't remember the name of the book, but it's a great book. Yeah. You're going to love it because he, you know, well, his father was a musician.
Oh, wow.
But he actually started not on an electric guitar, but he also, once he put that guitar, the electric guitar, in his hands, he said,
you know,
that was it, you know, for him. But he had it's a very interesting story, so I don't want to tell you too much about it, but because I want to know more about you.
Yeah.
So now I asked Nick to bring some photos.
Yes, I actually have.
You have them, okay, and they're over there.
Yeah.
I asked Nick to bring some photos of himself when he was younger and then kind of in between, you know. I love doing that. And this one got me because you had it posted on Facebook, and I was like, oh my goodness. And there's no words. There's just no words. So I'm just going to show it to you. And I hope that you can see the look on his face, the utter happiness. He's got this huge grin, which of course you can see. He's got a smile that's killer. But I love this photo of you. How old are you here?
I had to have been about maybe 4.
So
3
you
or 4. If then.
You were already into guitars at that.
Right around that age, I started. my dad actually introduced me to the band Yes, and I saw a live performance of
no
them
kidding.
at the House of Blues, and I watched the guitar player Steve Howe, and within about 3 or 4 seconds, I already decided that would be the instrument.
No
for
kidding.
me.
Oh, and you were how old then?
I had to have been about 3 or 4.
Oh my gosh.
It was. I loved music before I knew how to speak the English language.
Wow, wow. So in the womb, you were like rocking along, and your mother's like, stop that, stop that. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so now this one I did not see, and so I'm just gonna.
That was.
You're a little older. We jumped a little bit.
Yeah. So had to have been about 15.
Okay.
And so that's when I started getting a lot more serious with music.
Okay.
I went from when I was younger, I took some lessons, and then I ended up stopping around that age because I felt like I could teach myself and venture on.
Oh, okay, really? Okay.
And that picture was of me in a studio in Hamburg.
Oh,
and,
okay.
It was, the guy who owned it was Mark Salamone, and he did a lot of producing for various artists. And I ended up taking some vocal lessons with him, and also just some audio production lessons as well. But that was we ended up recording just a little demo there, and he ended up snagging that photo, and yeah, it was cool.
So let me ask, when was your first time in a studio?
Actually, it was that.
It was that one. Okay.
That
oh,
moment,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Wow.
That was the first time.
Wow. And how obviously it's quite different from a live performance.
Yeah. Yeah. So like a studio setting, you could do however many takes as you want.
Right.
And you can work on ideas and detail them a little bit more.
Right.
Whereas when you're in a live performance, the moment is happening
is
now.
right. It is what it is. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. You can. I guess it's very much like this. When I used to do a live show. So it is what it is. Whatever happened. Whereas here you have a little more flexibility. Yes.
Absolutely.
So it's the same as with a studio.
Absolutely. And it's when you're in a live setting, you have an audience, which I believe they're just as much of a part of the music as the person playing it.
Nothing like a live audience. I used to do theater. I used to do musicals, and there's nothing like a live audience.
Right.
In my estimation of things. Each medium, because I've done TV commercials and I've done movies, is different, but I like doing live. Lives,
it's just a beautiful moment you get to share with
Exactly,
everybody.
that's right. Yes, it is, yeah. Now, the CD that you're working on, do you have a name for the CD yet?
So I have an idea of what the name could be. It's I've been going with it for a couple months now, but
it could change.
It could change. But as far as we know now, I'm going with it's called Far Out because it's mainly directed to be not like,
I like it.
Not going towards commercial success. It's more about the music itself and just conveying ideas.
Okay.
Where I feel like a lot of music nowadays, it could be like computerized and it kind of takes away some of the emotion from it.
Right.
Here it's kind of rebelling against that idea and just going towards, it wants to communicate an idea of, hey, this is about feeling.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I can't wait. Now, is that your first? Let me ask you this: is that your very first CD that you'll be putting out, or have you? Do you have others?
I released one in 2018, and that was done at my college's studio. I went to the College of St. Rose in Albany, New York, and I released an album called Impressions, and that was my first CD. However, I ended up taking it down because I wanted to remix it.
Okay.
And kind of
It wasn't up
remaster
to
it.
your
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that happens because as you grow, you know, you look back and you listen
Yeah.
to. But sometimes it is best to leave that
it.
alone, you know.
100% agree.
I mean, it's
100% agree.
It's tough.
Yeah,
So,
it's always that artist that you kind of
right.
You always want to make things better.
Better. It's true. It's true. You know, that's like I like to draw. You know, and sometimes, you know, you get done, and you
critique it.
you can, you know, you critique it, and then sometimes you go back, and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done
You're
that.
right.
But you know, it's a learning process too. You know, it's like you have to figure all this out.